Stillwater is cutting off scammers from one of their hot spots, Bitcoin ATMs. Now, if you haven't seen them, they look like traditional ATMs and they operate similarly, except people use cash or debit cards to buy cryptocurrency. But scammers have figured out ways to take money from people, with the elderly getting roped in the most. And now Stillwater is banning these machines. Gordon Severson's here with the story.
Yeah, police say the machines themselves are legit. You put in cash and you will receive shares of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. The problem is scammers are using the machines to trick people into sending money into their accounts. And police say some of their residents have lost thousands of dollars.
At the Stillwater Police Department, they see scams of every shape and size. But a new scam involving cryptocurrency ATMs caught their attention about a year ago, where scammers create a fake story about money people owe, and they convince them to put cash in these ATMs to pay it off.
We started to see an increase in the number of scams, specifically with our elderly.
Chief Brian Mueller says residents so far have been scammed out of more than $250,000. Mueller says one elderly woman in particular was in the process of sending $20,000 when a worker at the business noticed and called police.
And she was so scared that she had done something wrong, we had to physically step in front of her and keep her from putting money in the machine. Even after we were there, identified ourselves, told her she was being scammed.
The city council wrote up an ordinance banning all cryptocurrency ATMs in the city, and they passed it Tuesday night.
We've received reports from all corners of the state.
Parker Mertz leads the Consumer Action Division at the Attorney General's office. He says every week they receive complaints from people who are scammed.
Just very, very difficult once that money has been sent.
Mertz says the state legislature did pass a law last year that set a daily limit of $2,000 on these ATMs. But he says scammers have found ways around it. When we looked at one of these ATMs, we did see a warning on the screen. However, both Mertz and Chief Mueller agree victims are often scared and don't take the time to read these warnings.
We just think that eliminating these machines from our community just eliminates one more step for these individuals to be taken advantage of.
I reached out to the company that manages these 3 machines in Stillwater, but I have not heard back from them. I also spoke with the mayor this afternoon. He says the ordinance will go into effect tomorrow. He is also hearing from several communities in our area that are considering similar ordinances to ban these ATMs.
Well, Gordon, I don't know if I just haven't noticed them or I haven't seen these. So I'm wondering, how commonly used are they, and are there legitimate uses for these Bitcoin machines?
Yeah, there are dozens of these machines everywhere. They're very common in gas stations, grocery stores. There's actually one in our hometown. And that was one concern, though, that I did hear from both of the gentlemen I interviewed in this story, is they said that after hearing about this, they reached out to a lot of people they know that trade in cryptocurrency, and they said none of them actually use these machines. They all do their transactions on a computer.
Interesting. All right, Gordon, thank you.